Are you ready? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
1 second.
Have you participated in like documentary or like wrestling interviews?
Yeah, interviews, yes.
On
yeah.
video, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Sit, when you speak, stay just like that, and try not to move around a little so the focus stays good.
Okay,
But
okay.
how you're sitting right now is perfect.
Okay, I'll do that.
And we're ready.
So we are here in front of the Madison Square Garden with Japan's biggest wrestling journalist, Mr. Fumi Saito.
Yeah.
Thank you
We're meeting for the
coming.
first time.
Oh yeah, it is.
We've been exchanging messages.
Messages on Facebook,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's a great
So this
privilege
is the
to
age
find
of social media,
I know.
and we haven't met yet, but
I know.
we've been exchanging messages. And
that.
it's like
Maybe
we're
that's,
having a conversations.
I know. The
Yeah.
strength of wrestling bringing people together.
Definitely.
I think you told me once you had your master degree of.
So, sports science.
All right.
Yeah.
And your thesis was about.
Sociology of professional wrestling.
Can you tell us a bit about
Yes. Well, that was just about the only thing I knew. Yeah. After my college, I've been a wrestling editor, wrestling writer, wrestling journalist.
it? Right.
In fact, I started as a wrestling journalist while I was in college.
Wow.
Yeah, in
If you
Minnesota.
don't mind
Yeah.
letting us know which year was that?
I went to college in Minnesota,
Okay.
America.
Oh, here in the state.
Yeah,
Oh,
Minnesota.
wow.
And when I was 19, I thought I could become a wrestling journalist while I'm in America. There was a
Which
home,
year was that?
1981.
Oh,
1981, so it's been 38 years.
38 years. Wow.
Yeah. So that was the home of AWA,
Right.
American Wrestling Association.
Right.
Vern Gagne, Nick Bachman, all those people.
Cool.
And I started taking photos in ringside and
Oh, so you was going to the live events.
live events,
Okay.
Minneapolis Auditorium, St. Paul Civic Center.
Right.
And well, I wasn't going to be a photographer, but that's the first thing I had to do.
Right.
Take photos in ringside, then write little reports and
Right.
send it back to Japan, Japanese magazine
Oh,
from
got it.
America.
So you was talking, you was taking the pictures
Yeah.
and having like a report of the results and
Results and what I saw, and started interviewing wrestlers
Okay.
like Jesse, Jesse the Body Ventura.
of course.
Yeah, Adrian Adonis.
And was it only one magazine back in Japan that?
It was quite a few actually. Baseball magazine, Shaz, monthly still, monthly magazine, monthly pro wrestling magazine, Deluxe Pro Wrestling,
Right.
and yeah, there was other magazine like Gone, Tokyo
Yeah.
Sports, but
Right.
I wrote letters to
Wow.
the editor
Yeah.
of monthly pro wrestling magazine.
Right.
I told him I could write a report and take photos and send the article to Japan for Japanese publication. And the editor wrote me back saying, not thinking I could really do it.
Yeah.
I was 19.
Oh, so he didn't have.
Really believed me though,
Okay.
but that was my way to get to the ringside.
I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then bought the camera, and I wasn't even a photographer, but yes, I started taking photos ringside.
That's pretty. I think Paul Heyman and
It was the same way.
The same way, right?
Yeah, pretty much the same way. Yeah.
and Bill Apter, I guess.
Yeah, but he was the he's a legend. He's been doing this for like close to 50 years.
Right.
But everybody started out as a photographer, I think.
And did you have to take like a certain journalist permission to get inside the arena?
Yeah, oh yeah. This Japanese company sent me a little bit of identification, ID card,
Right.
and I put my photos, and I made my own ID, and I went to Vern Gagne's, I
Promotion,
work,
yeah.
I work for Wrestling Magazine, and I need to be in ringside to take, photos.
Yeah.
And I was so young, and I looked young,
Yeah.
and didn't really believe it. The Road Warriors. and I became good friends with Road Warriors.
So you stayed in the States up to, let's say,
1984, I graduated college in 1984. I went home to Tokyo, Japan, 85, and I started working for Wrestling Magazine, pretty much full time. And I've been a wrestling journalist.
But let's just stay when you was in the States as a student.
Yeah.
Were you just attending AWA shows
like
or?
a summer or Christmas holiday. I went up to Vancouver, Canada.
Right.
Went up to Calgary.
Okay.
Went down to Chicago or Dallas, Texas for
Wow.
Von Erichs. Florida, for NWA Florida. Yeah,
Right.
I had experience. It's just like, yeah.
How would you rate like AWA between the territories, like in the 80s?
It was territorial days.
Yes.
And yes, AWA was like Minnesota,
Right.
Illinois, Wisconsin, and
Right.
expanded to Denver, Colorado, to Salt Lake City, to California, yes. It was pretty big territory.
It is.
Yeah. And while I was in America, 1984, well at the time WWF, now WWE, it started national expansion.
Right.
The and WWF show came to Minnesota.
Before the expansion, right?
No, that's just the beginning of expansion.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan and David Schultz, the Ken Patera, those people who used to work for AWA,
got a lot
they
of them,
all
right.
went to WWE.
Mean Gene as well.
Mean Gene as well. Bobby the Brain Heenan, yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Even the Crusher and Mad Dog at one point went to WWE. Yeah, so that entire crew, very similar to WWE, I mean similar to AWA, came to Minnesota. Yeah. Then that was the beginning of the end for AWA.
Do you think like the dismissal of the territories,
Yeah.
was it healthy for the wrestling? Of course not.
I don't know what, it wasn't just Vince McMahon, it was going to happen one way or another, because cable television was getting big. In territorial days, all the local territory was on local television.
Right.
And if you lived in Minnesota, you didn't know other wrestling existed.
Oh,
If you lived in Texas, Von Erich.
Von Erich, right,
Von
yeah.
Erich and World Class Wrestling was it. It's the only wrestling you could watch. Or even within the Texas, if you lived in Houston, Obosh Wrestling.
yeah. Only
Houston
that,
Wrestling
yeah.
was only that. Or San Antonio,
Right.
Blanchard Wrestling was just that. Or the Funks in Amarillo. Yeah.
So people like they were not getting, of course, today on the internet just.
Oh yeah, way
that
before
is-
that, yeah.
So only if you are in tech, you just had an
Local
access
wrestling
to your only syndicated TV.
Right. Unless you are a hardcore wrestling fan and buy wrestling magazine and read everything, and there's other wrestling.
Oh, I
But
see.
not just Vince McMahon, but somebody was going to do it. And the cable TV era started in the 80s. And even, okay, I lived in Minnesota, you could watch WTBS television from Atlanta
Right.
and Saturday night 6:05. And you started watching NWA, National Wrestling Alliance Wrestling. Whoa, it's like Southern Wrestling, they call it. But yes, somebody was going to do the national
it.
expansion.
Right. So you moved to Japan in 1985.
Yes.
And then it began like your
Wrestling career, journalist career?
like it was your profession, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. Can you just talk about like the mid 80s of Japan? How was the situation of Japanese wrestling?
It's
Was
basically Giant Baba's All Japan Pro Wrestling and Antonio Inoki's New Japan Pro Wrestling.
only two?
And the third group was UWF.
UWF, yeah.
That's like what we call today like work, shoot.
Yeah.
But it was UWF was a force that was to change wrestling from inside. Even in Japan, we have this certain stigma. A lot of people say Japanese wrestling is all serious. Of course, it's pretty serious
Yeah.
compared to American style wrestling in the 80s, but we still have this stigma.
Yeah.
Wrestling that's phony, fake, choreographed.
That's
this.
for the people, right?
For people who doesn't watch wrestling or who doesn't
Right.
really prejudice.
Yeah.
But we do have that in Japan.
And were it
Yeah.
like on national TV?
Yes.
How?
Antonio Inoki's New Japan Pro Wrestling is TV Asahi Channel 10. Now it's
Okay.
Channel 5.
Right.
But and Giant Baba's All Japan Pro Wrestling, Channel 4, NTV, also national channel.
And was there
Friday
some-
and Saturday, every weekend.
so was it like the WWF and WCW TV wars or?
No, they did not have TV in Japan. Only Japanese wrestling.
But I mean, how was it like the battle on TV between Old Japan and New Japan? Was it
It's
similar
like-
to the 90s or?
It's like having two major leagues,
Right.
like baseball, National League and American League or something. And when you watch Antonio Inoki's New Japan Pro Wrestling, you expect that style. And when you watch All Japan Pro Wrestling Giant Baba's League, you expect that style. Baba's All Japan Pro Wrestling had a lot more Americans from NWA, from AWA, and other territories. All those famous Americans go to the Giant Babas. Whereas Antonio Inoki's New Japan Pro Wrestling is Antonio Inoki show. You know, the biggest superstar, you know.
Right.
And yes, so it was good to have two major leagues. I watched both.
Would you say like which one was more popular or they had their up and down?
They're both popular in their own rights. Yes, yeah. It's good to have two leagues. If you have one company, it's pretty much monopoly. You have no choice.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So it is good that I watched both. As a kid, I watched both Antonio Inoki's New Japan, Giant Baba's All Japan Pro Wrestling, Friday and Saturday. Yeah. And I was able to watch all the American superstars because of Giant Baba's All Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
NWA champion, Hardy Race, Dory Funk Jr., and Ric Flair,
Yeah.
the Male Masters, Abdullah the Butcher,
Yeah.
Tiger Jeet Singh, Bruiser Brody, Stan Hansen, yeah, all those people,
of them.
yeah, all year long. Abdullah the Butcher, of course.
Who would you say like the first,
Most famous American?
not American, like the first big foreign attraction in Japan? Was it the Destroyer or
In
Luther?
60s.
Yeah.
Luther's actually was world heavyweight champion, but he didn't come over that often.
Okay.
Yeah. While he was champion back in 1957, he had a big title match against Ricky Dozan.
Yeah.
At the baseball
It's
stadium.
good, huge rating.
Huge rating, yes. But he didn't come too often, so he was
Yeah.
like invitation, like a guest champion. For Dick Byers' case, he was super big superstar in Japan. Had a series of matches with Ricky Dozan, series of matches with Toyota Bori, then Giant Baba, and in 1973 he had a single match against Giant Baba. He lost to Giant Baba and joined All Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh, that was the stipulation, yeah.
Yeah. Then 1973 on, he had lived in Japan for 7 years. Brought whole family to Japan, and they lived in Japan, you know. And it's just different kind of stuff.
It's kind of funny. There are some guys, for example, Brody and Stan Hansen, the Destroyer.
Yeah, different era though.
They were bigger stars in Japan than they were in the States. Do you think why is that or?
Bruiser Brody, Stan Hansen, Hansen were both pretty big star in America before they came to Japan.
Right.
Both Stan Hansen, Bruiser Brody challenged Bruno Sammartino in WWF
Yes.
before they came to Japan. But I think the reason they were a big star was that they had more tours. You know, some of the American superstars come maybe once or twice a year. Stan Hansen, Bruiser Brody, they were here 7, 8, 9 times a year.
So he was just like a regular part
Regular,
of the
yes,
roster. Yeah.
like every tour, yeah. And they had a lot of interviews with Japanese magazines, so people were able to read what they had to say.
Right.
Yeah.
And then let's shift to the 90s.
Yes.
Would you say the wrestling mainstream popularity?
Pretty much
Did it
Tokyo Dome
increase?
era.
Yeah. So did it increase in Japan or did it slightly decrease in terms of popularity?
In
Show the
90s,
attendance.
90s it was booming period. And the Giant Baba was getting older, but you had Jumbo Tsuruta, Tenryu, then Misawa, Kawada, I mean, Kobashi, Taue, and a whole new generation of superstars.
Right.
For New Japan Pro Wrestling, Inoki was getting old and became politician. But you still had Fujinami, Riki Choshu, then Muto, Keiji Muto,
Yep.
Masachono, Hashimoto, Hirohase, Kensuke Sasaki, the whole entire new generation of superstars in the 90s.
I
It's a
think
healthy period.
for me, in the 90s, actually, this is the start where I had exposure to Japanese wrestling.
Japanese wrestling for the first time?
Yeah, and I think the junior wrestlers like
Oh,
Jushin Liger,
Liger.
the Great Sasuke,
Sure.
and that
Ultimate
was
Dragon.
Yeah, so that was really what interested me the most.
Oh, the junior heavyweight division.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of Japan in the 90s.
Okay.
How would you like? How big were those like Jushin Liger? Were they big stars as big as Hashimoto, Chono?
Yes, but he tend to stay with the junior heavyweight division.
Yeah.
He did have heavyweight matches against people like Hashimoto
He did.
occasionally, but Liger was the leader of junior heavyweight division. He opened the door for all the smaller, not really small, but heavyweight. You say over 100 kilos, 225, 230, 20, 30, 40 pounds. But Liger's 90 kilos, and smaller than heavyweight, but he opened the door for those real talented athletes who were smaller, Then you had, Jado Gedo, the Spelled Dolphin, the Ultimate Dragon, the, Shinjiro Otani, all these, Dean Malenko,
Dean
Chris
Malenko.
Benoit. Yes.
Would you say
Eddie
Liger
Guerrero.
had the most exposure like outside Japan in the 90s? Like he was the one that got new fans. Like for me,
Yeah?
of course I'd heard about the
Were you watching
Jake Club.
VHS tapes?
Yeah, and it was Super J94 that everybody was talking about.
And all the other wrestlers from different companies
Yeah.
joined up for the New Japan's the junior heavyweight club.
And when I watched that, it was something in the 90s, of
Something
course.
you've never seen.
It was Hulk Hogan and the WWF style.
Sure.
It's still great entertainment-wise, but to see this, because I didn't see the Tiger Mask and Dynamite Kid on
in the
that
early
time.
80s? Okay.
Yeah. So when I saw that,
You
it was
didn't
something.
discover them yet.
It was so exciting,
Yeah.
and it was a big draw to only have a junior heavyweight show with a sold-out arena. I thought
Right.
it was
Sumo area.
yeah, it was something big.
Yes, yes. So that was the time we really got into Japanese wrestling.
Who would you say was the biggest Japanese wrestler outside Japan in the 90s or early 90s?
Outside of Japan?
Yeah, like for me it was Jushin Liger.
Okay.
I still
You
didn't
have
get
to-
into Kawada or
Great
Musa.
Muta.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Great Muta. Keiji Muto. Yeah.
right.
And Chono was big with NWO. And Misawa and his group of people was also really, really popular. But he stayed in Japan.
He did.
Yeah. International superstar, yes. Liger.
Liger.
Yeah.
Would you say if like Misawa and Kobashi did have a run
International.
in WCW or in WWF, do you think those matches would get over with the guys or with the American fans base or?
I know what you're saying, that Misawa against Kobashi, the Kobashi against Kawada, Kawada against Misawa. They were such a core talent, Japanese against Japanese, right? You are probably asking, would they be as successful outside of Japan?
Yeah, or even
He
let me-
probably would have been, but you have to adjust.
I know.
And also, they were not English-speaking wrestlers. Very domestic Japanese wrestlers,
Unless you had some kind of aura like the Great Muto or Jushin Liger,
Yeah.
so something that would attract the fans. I think Kobashi did have an offer to join WWF in 1999. Is that a true story?
probably through Johnny Ace, John Laurinaitis, but to join WWE, WWF was to move to America, and you really have to relocate, and that would change your life. You know, today's superstar, Shinsuke Nakamura, or Kushida, who just joined yesterday. That it's like if you're familiar with baseball, that you really have to move to America and you just change your life and start from there.
Is it easier, like,
I don't know.
for a Japanese to live in the state? Is it that big of a difference?
Different kind of personality.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Shinsuke Nakamura wanted to do this.
Yeah.
Hiroshi Tanahashi, just as big a superstar in Japan, he chose to stay in Japan. Yeah. So.
But I mean, just when it comes to a living aspect of it, as a Japanese to come over to live in the state, would it be that different in this age, or would it be hard? Or they can adjust easily?
This time, you mean?
Yeah.
2019?
I think it's easier.
Maybe. We are filming this. Excuse me. We are filming this. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Wait, do you want me to switch the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get something up. You guys on one side.
Yeah.
Let's have then when we can change the.
Now that we have a chance.
Yeah. I think it was pretty good, the first part. It went pretty good, the first part. Is it? Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So we were talking about. It's filming now.
Oh, you feeling it?
Yeah, but wait.
Here, I already broke it up.
No, it's filming now.
I know. Get a picture with fans.
Yeah, sure.
Get a picture with fans.
Wait,
Let's get a picture with fans. I didn't know you're still filming.
Yeah, we can. It's okay.
That's all. You're fine.
okay, well watch out with the recorder.
Stay there.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Have
have
them
it.
come to you. Have them come to you. I got it. Okay. These guys are from Ireland.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're starting. Go.
Okay. So we were speaking about Shinsuke Nakamura, right? And his run in WWE. A lot of fans, maybe they were a little bit expecting something else. But for me personally, I think he has adjusted perfectly. I really love the way he adapted to the WWE style in terms of character and
Exactly the same character he was doing with New Japan. So
but even as a heel?
Yeah, well, that too, but the entrance and the dance and all these things. And yeah, no, he was perfect for WWE.
How, first of all, what do you think about him? Like, do you think he's doing a great job? Has he met the expectations?
It's really hard to judge right now. From probably 3 years from now, 5 years from now, we look back and we have a better answer.
Yeah.
You know, first year was great, but now then the first year was NXT. The second year with the program with AJ Styles and almost main eventing WrestleMania and almost winning the title.
Yeah.
And from there on, probably stepped down a little bit.
Yes.
You know, but it's too early to judge. Yeah.
I think the fans, they were expecting the Japanese style of matches for Nakamura here in WWE.
Yeah.
You know, the strong style, but it's different for him right now.
He adjusted pretty well though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. And also he had to do interview in English.
Right.
Yeah.
And let's say,
It's not the same.
not the same, yeah, that's like, if you say which wrestler right now from New Japan, he may have a huge chance in WWE. He will get over.
Well, Hiroshi Tanahashi always have a chance.
Really?
Oh yeah, if you want to come.
But I
And,
mean,
or Naito.
I think Naito will
probably-
fit perfectly, yeah. More than Tanahashi, right?
And Katsuchika Okada.
Do you think so?
Yeah, oh yeah, all three of them.
Right.
Yeah,
He will fit in the
Or Kenny
WWE.
Omega for that matter, yes.
But I was thinking, for example, Tanahashi and Okada, are they going to fit in, you know, the show, like on Raw, on SmackDown? down, do you think they are going to be like more of a TV character? I think Naito will get over, but
When they come over, they will become WWE superstar.
yeah,
You know, so when in Rome, do what Romans do.
yep,
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so it won't be that hard because they have foundation.
They do have,
Yeah, then they have 10, 15 years experience.
of course.
So it's not much of a changing or just some adjusting. Yeah, and they can be all superstars in America too.
I think Hiromu has a quite good chance here.
Who?
Hiromu Takahashi.
Yeah,
I think
he will
he will.
be cruiserweight here.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
small body.
Yeah, small body.
Like junior heavyweight man. So 205 live maybe.
He will,
And
yeah.
Kushida just signed.
Yeah.
So he will be. I'm pretty sure it will be 205 live.
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
cruiserweight.
Maybe
yeah.
in NXT then.
Then in NXT probably yes.
Right. So maybe we can move Philip.
Yeah.
We'll have that after.
Okay.